Okay, but the evaluation bar went all the way through the roof, so I have to
Oh,
look at tactics here. Where are they? I think because of the evaluation bar, I didn't see it myself. Bishop G6 check is actually the best move. And after king takes
what?
G6, I'll just show that quickly. You take, the queen comes to G8, and the king is lacking escape square. So somehow, knight H4 check is next, and there will likely be a mate. But Magnus, and that was a ridiculous thing to find. He plays E4. He still keeps a
Yeah.
huge advantage, right? The bar is still sky high in his favor. The knight moves. Where is it going to move to? To F4, perhaps? But this king is still in danger.
I mean, Bishop G6, what a move, Robert, but impossible. Impossible to play. And that also when you're playing in about a minute, just hanging that bishop. But a great concept there, you pointed out. E4 hits that knight. Knight F4 is an option, but as you're pointing out, it doesn't solve Black's problems. What Black really wants to do is try and drive that queen away. Bishop to D7, try and kick that queen out at some point. And Magnus, meanwhile, has got a couple of moves to build the attack. I'm trying to think how he can improve the position because it looks like he's done everything right. Ideas of bishop f6 are screaming for me. I don't think they work right now. But the point is that after g takes f6, queen h7 would have been a check. Magnus plays queen h7 first, and the eval bar does not like this move.
It says it's equal. I think you were right. And look, Magnus is now worse. He made 2 inaccuracies in a row. He's going for the G7 pawn. But after pawn takes, bishop takes E5. He's hitting this knight and G7. But can this knight simply retreat back to H5 here? Did Magnus completely miss that? Oh, he did. Look at him shaking his head. He missed the simple retreat of the knight, protecting G7. Vidit Gujrathi might steal this game.
And look at Vidit. He knows it. He knows he's got the defense up, but he's down to 11 seconds on the clock, Robert. And that is a tough task with just 11 seconds. There's still danger on his king, but Vidit Gujrathi is on the brink of winning against Magnus here.
But time trouble will play a part here. This king is still not fully safe. Knight f6. There might be bishop takes an e5 check. So the king may have the king may have to march into the center of the board. That looks very scary. What is it going on to e5 check? He goes g5 first.
Okay, this is blowing up. He doesn't go e5. Black could have fallen back with the king. He gives a check first. You can still go king f7. Everything is safe. White doesn't have enough pieces right now. But where are you hiding? King f8, queen h8. He wants to block it with a knight. If the bishop sticks in to put more pressure on the pinned knight, the queen can slide up and defend. Magnus Carlsen is busted right now.
He is busted. The queen comes to f3, threatening queen d1 check and defending the king on the f-file, which means that what can white even do here? The bishop has no squares. The bishop has no... You go up to c2, but that doesn't look right. Oh, no. Queen trade, down a piece. This is just going to be a win for Vidit Gujrathi, who forces the queens off and now is in a completely, easily winning minor piece endgame, where he's up one.
Oh, my God. Unbelievable stuff. And with... the Indian yogis have already leveled the score here with their win. They've got 6.5 to 6.5, and now it is Magnus's team. The chess pros that need to be careful. Magnus is down an entire piece. This is just completely lost, and Vidit needs to just show a little bit of control on his nerves. He's super good at that, Robert. I'm in shock at the turnaround that we're seeing. And what was it, 82% saying that we're not going to see a playoff?
84% said the chess bros would win, but now it's looking like the yogis are going to win. Raunak Sadhwani wins with black against Aryan Tari. Vidit Gujrathi about to win with black against Magnus Carlsen. This is resign time. It's easy now, and there is a resignation. We need to go back to that moment very quickly in this game before we head to the other ones. That Magnus Carlsen, Tanya, we saw the eval bar up and away, that in this moment here, bishop takes f6 was in fact the winning move. If you take with the pawn, queen h7 skewers the queen on b7. So if you take with the king on f6, then the white queen goes to f8 with check. This king, if it goes over here, up comes the pawn e5. And if you block with the piece, like queen to f7, there still is e5 check. And where is your king going? The answer is nowhere. You have to take with the knight, and this rook on c8 is hanging at the end of the line. Not easy to see with under a minute on your clock, so we can forget